Bryant Family Medicine, All Sports Media presents Around the Region, the fall sports show. And I don't know what in the world Edward's doing to me, but we was on this Around the Region tab, and then all of a sudden I saw my tab from last year's show. I don't know. I think he's playing mind games with us. And as you can see, Ryan ain't here or Edward ain't here. Larry Spitzer come in, and of course he took on the challenge last minute. Like we come calling him, hey, help us, help us, help us. And Johnny on the spot, he's here. But Larry, how you doing?
Brother, I'm doing great, man. It's glad to be on here with you again. It's been a little bit, so it's awesome to be back on.
Absolutely, and it's a new year, and just absolutely, just every year, Larry, I guess I'm not calling us old, but you've been doing this for a while. I've been doing this for a while, and it's just
Yeah,
any new start of a season, you sort of get the little butterflies in the stomach,
absolutely.
and you've already been to a few games. You've covered a few soccer games, and I've covered a couple, and I'm learning as I go. I
Hmm.
would be lying to you if I told you I know this game of soccer inside and out. And I'm learning as I go. And the more I
Yeah,
watch, and even volleyball, of course, we've covered all the sports, but like in volleyball and soccer ball, and there's many other sports too. But let's just key on these two sports. Uh, you come to appreciate it more. These kids
yeah,
go at it
absolutely.
100%. They're in great physical shape, and not only physically, what they have to do is the mental stuff with it. Just these
Hmm.
gals and guys and gals, just perfect athletes.
They are, and I'll say this because like a few weeks back, before season started, I got to go catch a Barberville do a practice for their soccer team, and I'm talking about like 95 degrees outside, and these kids are out there just working their tails off, man, just working hard, to improve on the field, and just dealing with those conditions and just the work they put in. People don't realize, I don't think all the time, the work that these kids really put in to their craft to get better at the sports that they play.
Yeah, we got our first comment there by Pineville Volleyball. We greatly appreciate you and greatly appreciate everything Yinzis did for us also. And I think Edwards finally back with us, but I know what Edwards doing. I was going to, say a couple of fibs on him, but Edwards actually sharing this show on other pages and stuff. Larry, I don't know if you know this, but last year it was a Facebook StreamYard deal that
Hmm.
we can't play these shows on their Facebook pages. So now the only way you can do it, you got to play them on your personal Facebook pages and then share them
Yeah.
on the. Yeah, it's a mess. And talking about people playing hooky, Edward and Ryan shows up at the same time. How you fellers doing other than playing hooky? Me and Larry were on time. We got our game together. I bet neither one of them's wrote a single note, Larry.
Well, I kind of did it because my headphones are dead, so I'm having to play this off my phone.
Uh, the question is Edward going? Yeah, Edward showing us
Oh,
a
look at
note.
that.
Do we see him writing on
I
them
got
papers?
notes. Thank you very much.
What's crazy now is I got my little 2 pages of notes, man. I was all excited about it. And I see Edwards. I'm like, crap, I just want to throw mine away. Mine don't hold a candle to that.
But Ryan, how you doing? I know that you're at work,
I
and,
took
and
took, took a
of course
break to come
you
on.
wanted to come on here for a few minutes, and I'm gonna say the floor is yours, Ryan.
Yeah, and then to let everybody know that I am still part. Work has kind of got interrupted for the moment, but I will hopefully try to get back on normal.
And
This has
and
been the
you
first.
heard
This
it.
has been the first show too. I didn't want to. I want to at least show my face on the show tonight.
Yeah, and you heard it first. Plus, we've also got proof that he's still with us because he's on our
There it
logo.
is. There you go.
My goofy little hat.
Well, me and you look good, Ryan. I don't even know about Edward here. I just uh, I guess he's ate too many whoppers or something. I don't know what's going on.
Well, for
Yeah, I was gonna say
starters,
no.
that's
I
like
don't
a
know what kind
picture
of hat
from
that is.
2007. That's back before I started losing my hair and I had kids.
Yeah, he that was a much older picture. There's actually a story behind that. We'll talk about that some other day. But going on, Larry, again,
Mhm.
thank you for coming on. And
Oh yeah, my
I,
pleasure.
of course, Edward Ryan, you know how much I love you. Larry, you know how much I love you. And the bottom
Yes,
line is,
sir.
we're in this together. We launched this new last year, and this thing has absolutely exploded. It just absolutely has went above and beyond anything we would ever have thought. And
Yeah.
the numbers just keep rolling in. The people that you don't even know, they'll call you, hey, what can we do to help? What can we do to help? It just that just everybody, and it's a team. It's a team effort. It's all of us. It's just not us on this show. It's all of us,
Yeah.
and all the love to you, Larry, too. But Valerie Rutherford and what she does, all the help that Shane Shepard's gave us. John North, all the help. John's coached us on a lot of things and love him to death, love Shane to death, love the Powell family to death. And then, we've added a couple too. We're going to have Allison Messer on this year that's going to be helping us out. And when she
Hmm.
can, she's actually got her a scholarship for Campbellsville. And, her time's going to, come and go. And we've also got Acid Sloan there from Pommel that's going to be helping Edward out. I would hope, but I guess Edward's working that out right now. Edward, I guess he's still on board with us. Yeah, Edward is frozen up. Or he ain't going to say he left the building.
Hmm.
But and I think he's also going to have some help from others too. But we'll announce that going on down the line. But Larry, first off, this takes a team effort.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely. Is that no one person can do it alone, man? You got everybody's got to be involved, and you guys have a strong team here at All Sports. I've got to be a little small part of it to help out here and there when I get a chance, man. That has been an absolute honor to do. But just to see what you guys have done, man, it's amazing in a short amount of time.
yeah, and it's amazing that the love that's been shown to us, and trust me, we send the love back out. It just we appreciate every offer, everything that comes our way, and it just Ryan works his butt off. Larry, you work your butt off. I'm even going to brag on Edward for a second. This guy's graphic making abilities are off the charts. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
He takes it to the next level, and he'll prove that again tonight. But again, if it wasn't for team, we wouldn't be here. And I want to thank the viewers tonight. We're already up to double-digit views, and this is the first show. I put, and just what I mean, just thank everybody that that gives us their time. And well, we're not like the Kellogg's cornflakes. We're more like the Great Value cornflakes, but we sort of taste the same. We maybe not be as good, but we're there.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. I love
yeah,
Great Value.
yeah, I do too. But we're gonna do our best, and Larry, I know you do too. And we're gonna do our
Yeah.
best to promote these student athletes the best way we know how. And we've got a big announcement tonight, Larry. And I don't know
Oh,
if I spilled the beans on this to you, but we'll let Edward do that here in a little bit. A very big announcement. When I say this is game changing, it's game changing. It is. It's
oh,
it's something
that's exciting.
that we have got again. Uh, just what I'm gonna throw in Bryant Family for a second. They have been so generous to us. David and that crew and his wife and all them good people down there have absolutely anything that we ask, it's there. It's absolutely there. They have one thing. Thank you, Edward, for posting them up, or Ryan, whoever did that. But
Hey, it was Edward.
again, and there's a couple more there if you'll find them. Maybe you'll find them. But a big shout out to Bryant Family Medicine, and I talked to to them all the time. I was like, let's run your commercials. Let's do this. Let's do. They're like, no. They just want to do what their part to promote these athletes.
It's amazing.
They don't even want to be. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
one of these years I might convince them and give this commercial or not, but that just shows you what they're about. And they've watched over my family now for many years, and I trust them with my family. I'm not going to ask people to trust their families with that. That's anybody's personal choices, but I love them people to death, and anything we ever ask, they give it to us. Larry, I'm telling you, I'm so excited about this year. Our equipment is crazy much more better. Last
Yeah.
year we're using cell phones and earplugs and
Hmm.
everybody's like, oh, we hear you echoing. You're not going to hear that this year, folks.
Right.
We've got first class headsets, we got first class soundboards, we've got the cameras, we've got and again we get anything we ask for, and absolutely cannot give them enough praise. And the only thing that I ever hear from them is thank for doing the work that you are doing. And so
Yeah.
we're going to keep busting our butt to promote, and they're going to keep busting their butt to help us promote. But a big shout out to Bryant Family Medicine. Um, before we bring on our first guest, out of Sawyer's, Whitley
Hmm.
County. Ryan, was you need to go? If you need to say anything else, don't let me ramble a mile a minute.
Yeah, I just tell them because I've got to get back to work here. I only got a few minutes. I just want to thank everybody. I'm trying my best with this new orbital system to try to get the games. It's a little difficult right now with the system and everything. We'll try our best to try to get the games and everything the best we can.
Hey, Rodney, I mean, you're greatly appreciated. You get right in there every day. We communicate every day, and you definitely you bust your butt and don't
Yeah.
ask for a dime. But there's not a single guy on one of these frames right here that gets a dime. Maybe ever gets all the money. He's the money man, but none of us do. And like I said, I get a hold of Larry at the last second. He's shiny on the spot. He's here, and
Yeah.
absolutely love you for that stuff. But
Oh man, I love you
Rodney.
guys.
Um, on another note, before Autumn comes on, and I don't know the whole story with it. Allison had brought this up to us, and it was this stuff is hard for me to talk about, but it's this little girl right here. If I can read this, Luciana Lane Nash of Henderson and Corydon, Kentucky. She passed away on August 13th at Raleigh Hospital for Children in Indianapolis. She was 9 years old. Lucy loved to sing and looked forward to praying every night. She adored climbing trees and spent hours adventuring outside. Um, I don't know the story, and honestly, uh, I know she's 9 year old, fourth grader. Just a very tragic situation, and the family's calling out to have an all pink day for her tomorrow, and um, it just when I hear these stories, I just want to do my part. All I can say to the family is prayers goes out to you. I
Thank you.
firsthand know how it feels to lose a loved one like that, and tragic, but it hurts now. It'll still hurt years from now, but she's in a better place, and God's got her right now.
Yep. Amen.
God does, God does things that um, we might not agree with or hurt her feelings, but God has a plan for all. And he has and for
Well,
you and your plan,
what little bit,
and
what little
we're
bit I
asking.
know is
Go ahead, Edward.
it was, if I'm not mistaken, her first day at school recess. She had collapsed and went into some type of cardiac event. Is what I know about it.
Just
Yeah.
prayers for her and her family, and maybe the state of Kentucky will come through for her. And I know they will. So if anybody's thinking of little Lucy, let's put something pink on tomorrow for her, and prayers out to the family. But that being said, I think we've got our first guest on, and I'm hoping that she can educate me on a few things because I've got some hard hitting questions for her, and you know I'm known to hit the hard hitting questions. You know I hit
100.
hard. Yeah, and Larry's right there with me. You know, Edward, he's more the laid back type. I think Ryan might have went to work or he fell asleep on us. But
No,
no,
sorry,
no,
I came out to me just a second there.
he's back. But that being said, let's bring her on.
I'm gonna go back to work, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night.
You too.
Have a good one, Ryan.
You too.
And our guest, Autumn Sawyers. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, we've been rambling for about 15 minutes. I'm sure everybody's tired of hearing us talk. So I was very thankful that you came on because people get tired of me talking all the time. But I believe you just played one
She's
game
already
so far.
tired of you talking.
Yeah, she's already tired of me talking. You've already played one game so far, and I think your game the other night got canceled. But young season. Just tell us your thoughts so far this one game season or so for you.
Um, we have a very young team. I think this year is going to be a building year for us. But I'm excited to see how we grow throughout the year. Greene County was a very good team. I was glad to play them just to have some. We've never played them before, so it was cool to play new teams.
So how far of a drive was that?
It was about hours probably. It was pretty.
Well, tell us a little bit about Coach Sawyers and what he's meant to you.
He means a lot to me. Both my mom and dad. They've coached me when I was really little, and I wouldn't be where I'm at right now without them.
I fear that. I was hoping not to get you in trouble. I'm sure she's going to answer this pretty straight up. But of course, you're a senior this year, and I believe you're signed for Cumberland's. Am I right? Okay. Tell us the process behind that, and tell us the process of what led you into. Because as talented of a player as you are, I'm sure that there was other offers, but what led you to the UC?
I always wanted to go to UC since I was really small. I've been to their ID camps for years now. So and this year I was just like I was really fine with them. So I had looked at some other schools. I UC where I wanted to go.
Edward or Larry, whoever.
Autumn, I want to congratulate you on your season so far. Tell us a little bit because I was doing a little bit of research and it looked like you had a record-breaking season last year. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was hard. We had a former player, Reese Anderson, who held all those records, and growing up watching her, I always wanted to be able to break those someday, and I was pretty excited whenever I got the opportunity to do that. But I wouldn't have been without my teammates or without my parents' help. So.
Can I tell you a short story on that, Larry? Then you can finish your question.
Yeah, go for it.
Somebody I know really, really well was at that game when she broke that record, and
Hmm.
she had a really really good support staff because I made first time I'd ever talked to the guy. I made was became really really good friends with him, and just her family really really. They're a tight knit group. They're a really really good group of people, and I won't spill the beans. It was your brother, and just absolutely had so he absolutely. I'm telling you, I went in there like trying to figure out the game of soccer. But by the time I got done talking to him, he had literally. I felt like I was a soccer professional after that. I absolutely knew the game inside and out. But you absolutely got to love her family, love her brother, and her brother's a pretty good athlete too. He had an injury last
Yeah.
year, but absolutely, it's a really athletic family. But go ahead, Larry.
Oh yeah. So tell us about the work that you put in, like, because soccer is absolutely one of the fastest growing sports. I mean, it's the biggest sport in the world outside the United States, but even in the United States now, it's probably the fastest growing sport going. Tell us a little bit about the hard work that you had to put in, probably year round, just to play at the level that you do.
Yeah, so I started when I was really young, but it was just like practicing with the high school team, growing up with them, and then uh, year, I started to like take it more serious because I was getting older. So I started playing for a rush team in Somerset, and I play that whenever soccer season's out. And then I
Hmm.
also go to ID camps pretty much all year round. Anytime I see one that I can go to, I pretty much go to it. I like to just go wherever, as long as I'm getting to play and get better. I like to go to anything I can.
That's awesome, man. Like I say, once again, congratulations on your success up to this point, and we really look forward to seeing the further success as your career continues.
Yeah.
Edward, if you ain't frozen,
So I heard you. I believe I might be frozen.
you're a
Can
little
you
bit
hear me?
frozen. I can hear
Yeah.
you. Well, he said, "Can we hear him?" And he left the building. But repeat, going off Larry's question about the record breaking season. I mean, uh, how do you top that?
Um, I'm not keep working hard. If I can beat my records, then that's good. But I'm looking to break one more record this year. It's the career goals. I think I'm 11 away from holding the most, like, high school, like, 4 years. I think it's like 127 or 8 and
Wow.
more. So pretty excited for that. Hopefully I can do it.
Well, when you get close to that, you be for sure to let us know about it, so then we can get our super graph guy to make all kinds of good stuff about
Okay.
it. I don't know if Edward's there or not. I see his box there, but it don't look like there's no Edward. I just see a door. Uh, um, while we're waiting for Edward, I don't know what Edward's doing here. This is what I was needing you to educate me on. Okay. Um, I'm not going to tell you how I know this stuff. I've actually, well, well, you can probably figure it out. But these things called car washes that yins do. They're always up there holding signs, free car wash, free car wash. Now, how many people actually like don't even want to pay you? And you feel like, well, my goodness, at least give me a donation here. I mean, do they just
Yeah.
like how many people do you get to pull up that say thank you and leave?
Most of the people who come through do give us some kind of donations. We'll have a few that won't, but most of the time everyone does.
So if anybody don't pay you, do you feel like taking the water hose and like spraying their car when they leave or something?
No, we
Oh,
just
no.
say
I know I would. I'd throw a pop or something at 'em. I'm like, I just sit here and
Yeah.
scrub your wheels, and you can't even give me a
Right.
dollar. Now, come on.
Yeah.
sometimes I
Yeah.
break windows and spray in their car with water. And but
So on these car wash deals, do you like say Autumn, you're on tire duty. So and so, you're on windshields. Do you all have like a certain
Um,
job?
we just kind of rotate. Like we'll have certain people who's just washing the car, and then other people will be holding signs or drying the cars. We just rotate forth.
So you being a senior, do you like are you entitled to do the easier work and you put the freshmen doing the harder stuff? Or
Not really.
well, if me and Edward was washing a car, I can guarantee you he's washing a car and I'm using a water hose. He's doing the scrubbing, the windows, the tires. I'm just saying. 'Cause I'm the elder and he would need to respect his elder.
That sounds about right.
I think Larry. I mean, I think Edward's back with us. Are you back with us? Or are you hiding in the corner now?
Well, I'm still hiding in the corner, but I had to do some changing.
Okay. You have any
Wi-Fi
questions?
don't work and Wi-Fi don't work in the borough, so I had to go. But I had to go to the phone.
I told you my internet's that much more better than your internet. Here in the Berg, we had the Spectrum stuff. We had the good stuff. We had, I'm telling, we've got the
If it
good
don't
internet
if it
down here.
don't work, I got the better thing. I'll go with the hotspot.
There you go.
See, you don't see all of them cutting out or anything or freezing or anything. We got the good stuff down here. Go
All
ahead,
right.
Edward. Don't freeze up.
Well, before I freeze up, but looking at your schedule, you've got quite a few tough games ahead of you. Pulaski County being one of them. So how do you like get yourself prepared for like a season like you all are getting ready to go up against?
I don't know. We train hard in the off season before that period. We condition a lot, run a lot, weight lift, and then season rolls around and we're pretty much already ready. We practice every day, and then when time comes, I'm just excited to play, excited to be there.
You mentioned conditioning. I've got to cover. I think it's been 3 soccer games now, and within the first 5 minutes, just sitting there watching the student athletes run up and down the field, I'm already tired. I'm exhausted just from sitting there. So just how do you all keep yourself, in that kind of condition to be able to run up and down as much as y'all have to in soccer?
We do a lot of we run hills, we do sprints on the track, and then we'll do long distance days. So we really just switch back and forth. Like it's pretty hard. I think the most we've done is 5 miles one day, and then we'll just do big hill sprints, which are pretty hard, and we'll just weight lift every day with it. But it works. So
Well, my
Autumn, he is correct about that. I will tell on him. We was up there Saturday covering Corbin and Barble boys in the 2A. I get up there a little bit late. He's standing over there by the concession stand in the shade, peeping around, staying out of the sun while everybody else is in the sun. So yeah, he was absolutely right about getting tired easy.
yeah.
I I mean, when that sun's beaming down at 100 degrees, I don't know how they're out there running. I'm
That's what I'm
sweating just
saying.
sitting there watching.
Yep.
But my hard hitting question for you is: do you think Mark could do all the running that you all have to do?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe if you had like McDonald's or Taco Bell at the top of the hill that you're talking about, you run up, he might be able to do it. But before I let Mark have you back, I know during my time in high school, there was always a game that I like to circle and my team liked to circle. Do you all have a certain game that you're looking forward to playing the most, a certain team or anything like that?
We're looking forward to 2A. We last year we won 2A, and so that was pretty exciting for us. That was our first trophy we've ever had. I think that's what we're most, as a team, I think that's what we're most looking forward to this year. And then I think we're also pretty excited for districts. We always struggle there, but I'm excited to see how far we go this year.
And you mentioned the 2A. So last question I have for you before I let Mark take you back. What do you have to do and your team have to do to be able to repeat what y'all just done?
I feel like the most important thing is just working together. I feel like we all have to work together as a team, talk, communicate on the field, and just not be upset at each other. It's really easy to get upset at your teammates whenever something happens, and I think you just can't be able to do that. Just always cheer each other on and keep going.
That's a good answer.
Well
But
said.
Mark,
Couple more educate me deals here. This I see a lot. I've seen it on your page. I've seen it on other people's pages too. Just uh, like Hope Sports Media stuff. It's like is that like a picture contest or something? Because I think you went really far on one, didn't you? Or did you win it? Or
I didn't end up winning it. I was in the final round. It's just like a scholarship opportunity. They give away scholarships, and whoever gets the most likes or hearts or whatever the emoji is wins a scholarship. It was pretty fun to do something.
and it seems pretty neat. Does
Yeah.
somebody like well, here's a good picture, or like somebody has to promote that picture for you or something.
We just pick whatever picture we want to choose, and then they just ask for whoever took the photo, and then they put their name on it. So I help promote whoever took the picture we chose.
When we get on their feet a little bit better, we need to help them out a little bit on that stuff. That seems like a really good deal on Pursuit Athletes about trying to help with scholarships. Everybody knows the cost of that stuff.
that sounds
Yeah,
like a great idea.
yep,
Yeah, for sure.
absolutely. And the last thing you got to educate me on. Again, I guess you probably know why I know all this stuff, but you took a trip to Washington. How did that go?
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. We went to Patrick Henry College, and we were there for a few days. It was really cool. He really helped. I feel like our team a lot, and just helped our structure on defense. He's more of a defensive coach. He helped teach how to play, how to move as a whole team. It was pretty
So everybody was well behaved, right? There was no sneaking out of the places at 1 o'clock and stuff like that.
girls.
Or even if you knew, you wouldn't tell. So as far as we know, everybody was perfect. So
Yeah.
yeah, okay. But before I let you go, Edward or Larry, either one might have something else for you. But thank you for coming on. I know
Well,
you
you
got.
do have a graphic that you have to show us
Well,
that for some reason
I
you
was
always
gonna
forget, Mark.
I was gonna let you run that. So you beat me to it this time because I was gonna say
Oh,
Edward. It
Larry, I
sounded
believe
good.
that's his old. I think that's his old age kicking in.
But before Edward shows you this on my part of it,
Uh,
thank you for coming on. I know you got a thing called school, and you're a senior this year. You've got so much else on your platter right now between sports and I know you play other sports too. So are you still in with that, or are you just soccer only now? Or
I'm gonna play basketball still, but I'm also going to do futsal at the same time. I'm gonna join that, so I'm pretty excited for it.
wow. But I do want to thank you for giving us your time. Thank you for coming on, and wish you and your team the best of luck the rest of the year, and wish you personally the best of luck for that next chapter next year. And send us poor guys some tickets every now and then so we can go up there for pom poms cheering you on. And also keep base with us about that record there that we know you're going to break. And anybody that knows you'll get to that.
Thank you.
So this graphic, we tend to put it together for every student athlete that gives us their time and comes on our show. This is kind of our way of saying thank you. And after the show, it will be sent to you and posted on our pages. So that way you can do what, if you want to put it on social media, whatever, you can. And then it's shareable for everybody else that wants it right after we posted it. They can have it too, but we just kind of want to get your thoughts on it.
I like that. It's really good.
Yeah, he does pretty good at that sometimes. Pretty good. Good. Yeah,
I try at least.
I like it.
but all of our stuff is free and shareable. If your family wants to share it, if you want to share it, he'll be sent to you. It'll also be on their pages. All of our stuff is free and shareable.
Okay. Thank you.
That's like our thank you for coming on and hearing us ramble for 25 minutes. I think she's froze up. I bragged about her internet too much. or she just hit the pause button. I'm walking out of here. But Larry, you got anything else for?
Autumn, once again, just want to congratulate you, and we just look forward to seeing your career as you continue on through the rest of high school and on into college. And good luck to you and your team this year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Great interview.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, it's not only her. It's her whole family's close knit and just a great group of people. And you just have to be a fan of all of them and a fan of that team. And I mean, I've actually got one of their players that's on my school bus, and it just you got to love them and love what they're doing at Whitley County, and it just it's Larry, I'm telling you, I'm getting into this soccer stuff. I'm getting into this volleyball stuff, and
Yeah.
It's like I should use it as a cold or whatever, but it's like it's catching or something. Well, you get you get more and more into it.
It is, because soccer really is. It's really growing at a rapid rate. In especially in our area. And this is my first year covering soccer. Now, last year I did get to cover volleyball, so this will be my second season covering volleyball. But this is my first year covering soccer, and it's a blast, man. And I can see why so many people's into it.
Yeah, one question I forgot to ask her is how she felt about the USA women winning the gold. They're number one in the world.
Yes.
And like I said, this is the biggest sport in the world, and our USA women's number one.
Yeah.
I was kind of a little bit skeptical about going and covering soccer and volleyball due to the simple fact that first off, I'm about as green as they get when it comes to them two sports. I don't know nothing about them. I've learned a little bit about volleyball over the course of time of some great people teaching me and coaching me up. And soccer, this is the first year that I've actually got to see it firsthand. And like I said, I've been to 3 total games, and it's it kind of does it grows on you. You getting out there, it's for everybody that hasn't went and seen it. Watch these student athletes play. That it's just a whole nother level from watching it on television, seeing them live, to seeing the effort and the passion they put out.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well said.
And the cardio is unreal because it's nonstop. I mean, it is nonstop.
Like I told you, first 5 minutes, I'm over in the shade with my water already, asking the coach if I can get subbed out.
But that being said, let's bring on another great athlete, and we know how dominant she's been, and I'm not going to call her an old guy either, but she's a senior too, and hopefully I pronounced this name right, but Cameron Billiter for Pineville, and hopefully I said that right, or she's gonna look at me really, really funny.
Yeah, you got it.
Yes, yes, yes.
I've been coaching him up all show, just so you know. But behind the scenes, I've been coaching him up.
Cameron, I know the season starts for you all tomorrow. I'm sure you can see the exhibition stuff like that, but I guess it counts for real tomorrow. So I, I'm not gonna call you old. Me and Edward old. Larry, he's a young guy,
I'm
but
I'm super old, man. Look at this.
but I'm gonna say you did this and done this. But this first game of the season, do you get like first game jitters still yet?
Yeah, just a little bit because every season at the start of it, you're naturally going to feel that a little bit, but as it goes on, it just kind of goes away a little bit.
Can't let you escape to Edward and Larry without asking you. Tell us about Coach North and what she's meant to you, and even John. You can John and Samantha.
Yeah, I started playing my freshman year, and I never really expected I would even play volleyball. I was straight up basketball till freshman year. Well, I did softball and cheer, but that was just like elementary school. And they told me, hey, you might want to try this out. And I was like, I don't know a single thing about this sport. And so they're like, okay, well, just come out to one practice. You might like it. And I was like, okay. And so I started playing a little bit. I got a little bit of varsity playing time my freshman year. And they just kept motivating me to get in the gym and get better and just said I had a lot of potential. So I believed them, and here I am now. And they've just done a lot for me. John's all right. He's okay. He's a little crazy, but yeah, they're amazing people.
But I've got a whole list of things for you, but I'll let Edward and Larry do their thing.
You can go ahead if you want to, Larry.
All right. Cameron, first things first, I gotta say, working in media, I've got to know John a lot. He's absolutely one of the best guys I've ever met. I mean, he's just a great dude. I met Samantha too once. Just wonderful people. Now, I work for the Mountain Advocate, so I cover all the Knox County sports. So I'm right in your guys' district. And last year, I was actually at the championship game when y'all guys won the 51st district. And just what an emotional moment that was. And you could just see the tight, I don't know the word, the tightnicity of your group. Just tell me a little bit about the culture there in Pineville, and you guys as a volleyball team, and just the closeness that you guys have as a team.
Yeah, so Pineville's only had a volleyball team since 2016. And
oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
So we have no championship experience of us winning, going on in the region championship, none of that. And so just to be that first team, and we were the only team at Pineville that won a district championship last year. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. So it was just a really great moment. And we're just it's a tight-knit community at Pineville, and John and Sam make that even better. I mean, they know how special it is to them. They know how special it is to us. So just winning and being able to take something back that's never been done before was just an incredible experience.
It was incredible to watch it. It really was. And your fans just produce one of the best atmospheres for sports. It's almost, I swear, it's like a college experience seeing a Pineville game at home. Just tell me a little bit about, like, how what your goals are for this year, and what you guys hope to accomplish as a team. I don't see why you guys can't produce another district championship and maybe even go on to region and beyond.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we just wanted to get over the hump of the district championship. I'd been there once before or twice, and we never won, and there'd been a few teams that had done the same thing. So we got that out of the way. We went to the All-A championship. We didn't deliver, but this year we're definitely looking to go back to the All-A championship and hopefully win this time, and then continue on in the state tournament as well. and then secure another district championship and hopefully advance in region again. We just want to get over and do more and keep going in a positive direction so we can accomplish more and bring it back.
Absolutely. Well, you guys are really fun to watch. Look forward to see what you guys do this season, and I wish you the best of luck. And you guys are a hard-working group, man. I see you on social media. You guys really put the work in. So good luck. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Sure.
So before Mark starts asking you all of his questions, I
got a list.
seen what you.
Please. I'm just.
Well, that's just because he's got them wrote that way. But what do you all have to do to be able to repeat and do better than what y'all did last season?
We've definitely changed a few things this year. We lost 2 seniors, and we also lost Nadine Johnson, which was a huge asset to our team. But we started a middle school team a few years ago, so just getting the rebuild the program every year and have new faces and new talent. They just keep on evolving. So that's just a great help to have some new faces just to keep on challenging us. We're going to be running a little different of a system this year. Last year we ran a 4-2, which is basically you have 4 hitters and 2 setters. But this year we're going to be running a 5-1 to hopefully advance our offense a little bit. And in practice, it looks really good right now. So we really can't wait to showcase that tomorrow. But we've really just been working at it all summer. We know what we did last year and what it takes to get better. So it's honestly just a matter of delivering when the time comes.
And I've got to cover you a few times in basketball. So how does playing basketball and volleyball, how do they help one another?
Yeah, so during basketball season, it's completely 2 different atmospheres. It helps my vertical a lot and just get more physical. Right now for basketball, I'm doing weightlifting every single day. We're doing Vertimax, so just keep my physical fitness up there. And then during volleyball season, we're doing conditioning, we're doing agility drills. Everything just kind of correlates with one another. It's both games are really physical, and it takes a lot out of you.
Well, I mean, I'd have to agree with that, but these are one of my favorite questions to ask because I know when I was in school, we always done this. Is there a certain team or game that you have highlighted that you can't wait to play in the most?
I can name a few. Every year in our district, it's a big competition. We always wanted to win district championship. That's why it was so emotional last year. So securing that number 1 seed was honestly a big factor in that. But we really like our district play. We like playing Barville. We like playing Knox Central because, they're great competition, but it's honestly just those it's those games that get you going, the atmosphere, the communities, because I know Barville is a lot like us in Knox Central. You're from a small town. It's not like London or Corbin, all them. Everybody's there for a small town, a small school. So it's just games that really just bring everything out of you, and you want to win at the end of the day.
So if I'm not mistaken, you all go the 24th, I believe, to Williamsburg for their volleyball invitational.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you've also got 3 games. I think it's 9, 12, and 1.
Yeah.
So how is it hard or difficult to play 3 games in the same day?
It is. It's going to be even harder because we have our first 3 games this week. We play Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then 3 games on Saturday. But one of the reasons we play in this play day tournament thing on Saturday is because it's completely set up like the All-A tournament. You play early and you keep on playing throughout the day. So we really just want to get an early feel on how that is. So that way we can take what we get from that and put it towards the All-A tournament. And we also competed in the Bluegrass State games this summer, and it's completely set like that. I know one game we started playing at 7:45 in the morning. So it's just you have to get up, you have to get a good breakfast, get out there, and just do what's best for you and for the rest of the season.
That sounds like a whole lot of work to me. So I mean,
Yeah.
give me a half a game, then let me go over and hover around like an oxygen tank or something. Then I'm good. But Mark,
On the 7:45 games, who's cooking breakfast?
The hotel breakfast wasn't even open yet.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
So,
I think we were, I don't know what hotel we were at, but the breakfast, they opened pretty early, but we had to leave because it was like a 20-minute drive to the gym, and we were all trying to see if we could sneak back into the hotel breakfast to get something because we didn't have anything. But
get you like
we
a
ended up
cheese
being,
Danish or something?
yeah,
Or
I think I
bagel?
found a banana, and that was it. But we just it's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard. But that's how the 13th region All A tournament is going to be set up. I think we played at like 9 or 10 last year, so you have to be prepared for that.
Well, I'll tell you, if ever don't get his 5 hash browns, I'm telling you, he's grumpy. He's grumpy. You can't deal with him.
four, not five,
He'll
4.
he'll order a sausage biscuit and put a hash brown on it.
What?
Cameron ain't saying anything about that.
I can't. Hey,
She's taking like the fifth or whatever the quiet amendment there. But I will feed off of what John was talking about, and of course she was talking about the district tournament and stuff like that. And anybody knows you're all about team. On a personal level, how did it make you feel winning the district tournament MVP last year?
I really completely forgot about all tournament and MVP and all that. I know after we won, we had like a huge huddle, and then we went and tackled John in the corner, and they're like, "Okay, everybody, get on the bench. We have to do awards." And I was like, I completely forgot we don't even have trophies yet. And so that was just like a shock. And I was like, I'm just ready to go back home and like have a party or something. We had a caravan through town, but I was extremely grateful for that. I didn't really expect it. It's just everything comes from all my teammates. And I'm a setter, so it starts out with the first pass, and then I set it up to my hitters, and then they deliver from there. So I couldn't do it without all of them, honestly.
Have you ever hit a ball so hard it hit another girl maybe a little bit harder, and then you sort of felt guilty about it or anything?
Yeah, that happens a lot in practice, but you learn to accept it because it's volleyball, and it'll hurt for a little bit, but it's all right after that.
So never purposely aim at the small guy or whatever.
Well, you're taught to aim at the so sometimes it comes in handy.
Well, if I was playing against Edward, I guarantee you I'm hitting that ball about 100 mile per hour right at him.
Oh,
Oh
really?
yeah, just hoping it would. And then you sort of led into this question, but gotta ask you. Sort of spilt the beans on me anyway. But who actually talked you into playing volleyball?
John and Sam. That was the year that the University of Kentucky was volleyball national champions, and I
Mhm.
I did hit Addison every practice. Last practice, we were serving, and I accidentally hit her like 3 times in a row. And then like 5 minutes later, we were doing like a targeting drill, and I hit Addison. I was like, I just practiced that already.
So you hit the coach too?
I think I've hit her like once or twice, but you know that if you hit Sam during practice, that the rest of the practice is going to be extremely hard because she
Well,
takes that
I
out on
think
you.
I'm hearing I get hit at least. I think she says she gets hit at least once a day here.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
I probably wouldn't be aiming at my coach. You're much
I
braver
try
than
not
me.
to, but a lot of the other people hit her more than I do, so I take pride in that.
If I hit the coach, I'm blaming Edward and running. I can tell you that
Yeah.
right now. I'm like Edward did it. I want to talk a little bit about this summer. I heard that you had a partner that you had to like you scratch his back and he scratched your back, like maybe you had to toss a football with, and then you made him play a little volleyball.
Yeah, my boyfriend, he's quarterback and point guard and pitcher up Bell County. So he's very athletic like I am, and we took him to the beach with us. And I was like, you know what? I said, you're going to have to play some volleyball because I need to get a few reps in during this dead period. So I tried to teach him how to do it on the beach. He wasn't the best, but it's better than nothing, at least. And then he told me I had to throw football with him so he could keep his arm warm, and we saw that I wasn't very good at that either.
I don't want to get into that. I learned years ago. Just go on with the next question about when it comes to that. Something else, and I won't tell you. I mean, I got some sources here, but other than you being a great athlete, there's something else I have to bring up. And Larry Edward, I don't know if you know this, but Cameron here is she's part of KHSAA student advisory group, and there's only 16, I believe, in the whole state of Kentucky.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was an awesome experience.
What exactly is that?
So there's a committee of students that's selected each year, and they host this conference called a HOP conference. And my superintendent actually selected me to go last year around this time. And it's just they teach you a bunch of leadership skills and stuff that you can take back to your team. And then after that's done, a few months in advance, you can apply to be on that committee that hosts that. And it's just like a big interview and application process. And I was thankful to be selected onto that. And there's just 16 people out of the state of Kentucky. And then last month, I met them in Lexington, and we went on to Indianapolis to compete, or not to compete, to go to the National Student Leadership Conference. It was amazing. There was like 360 students, some from Canada, Honduras, and they're all athletes, looking for leadership experience just to take back to their schools and stuff.
That is awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I mean, other than the athletic, stuff that you'll be getting all year long, and awards and honors and stuff like that, that's something that you should be very, very proud of. That's that's awesome. Oh my goodness. But I got Edward a quick question before I let Larry take over. Edward, would you be brave enough to hit asses long with the ball?
No.
Okay.
No.
At least he's being truthful.
Yeah, we all know
Maybe the most truthful comment you'll ever hear Edward say. I'm just saying.
Addison hits the hardest in practice, so if she's gonna go up and hit it, that you better brace yourself, because if she has any bit of anger in her that day, it is all being released in volleyball practice. So if I'm setting her up and she doesn't get what she wants, she's like, "Give me a few more." She's like, "I have to get all of this out of me." She's like, "I need to hit this ball," and I was like, "Okay, anything you need."
Listen, I've seen what kind of arm she has in softball when she throws that. So if she's hitting the ball, I promise you, I'm diving. I'm gonna get hurt when I dive because I'm gonna break a hip or something. But it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot easier to take that fall than getting hit by one of her volleyballs. I promise you.
I'm not hitting Addison with a volleyball. If I do, I'm the first to go over there to give her a glass of water, a cup of water, and say, "Please forgive me." No. But Edward, Larry, what got anything for us?
Well, other than showing her the graph that we put together for her.
Well, I'm leaving that to you because you do the work. I'm going to let you do it.
Well, so we do kind of put a graph together for every student athlete that comes on our show, and this is our way of saying thank you for giving your time listening to us ramble on and answering some of our questions. But after the show, I will send it to you, and then it will be posted on our pages. And it's absolutely free. Everybody can share it, download it, whatever they want to, and then you're free to use it as you want. But we just kind of like to get your thoughts on it.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's really good. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate it, and like I said, after the show, it will be sent to you, and it's yours, to do what you want with. But looking forward to volleyball season kicking off Monday. and we might be somewhere Monday if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and before we let you go, Cameron, we're going to let Edward make an announcement about that. If we can keep you a few more minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, but we'll let Edward and Larry finish this out first.
Well, officially starting Monday, we, as the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media, will be officially giving out Player of the Game plaques,
Mm.
and it's actually going to be starting Monday at Pineville versus Harlan volleyball.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad
So
you guys.
you're like the first.
Hey, that's awesome.
And I've actually got them behind me. If I would have thought about it, I'd pulled one out. So
Yeah.
Well, if you want to take yourself off camera real quick and pull one out, we would forgive you. Okay, but of course, we can't give it out to every game all season long. It just
Yeah.
it's the games that we're covering, and uh, we saw that we thought, well, this is a good place to start at Pineville. We're going to go to the other locations, and I just think it brings a different element, and again, Cameron, I know you're not about a plaques, or there it is.
Oh, that's cool.
trying to get it to where you can actually see it, but
Yeah, I can see it. That looks good. Yeah,
But
we do recommend being there early tomorrow because we're playing our first game in the old gym. It's a pack the house game. We got a new court in our old gym, so we're doing like a throwback game in there tomorrow. So hopefully, it's a really cool atmosphere to open the season up.
so your game is it going to be in the old gym or the new gym?
Yeah, we're playing it in the old gym.
Okay, but okay. Um, my issue, I got this thing called a job. Hopefully, I'll get there early enough to cover some of the first one, but we'll definitely do our best. Uh, and again, what John says right here, pack the house. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sure that anybody knows Bible Nation, they're going to pack the house too, and even Coach here, Coach Samantha here, even getting hit by the ball, she just takes it as it goes.
yeah,
Me, if I'm somebody's coach and they're balking me for ball, they're going to have to give me some push-ups or something, or buy me dinner afterwards, or I don't know. I, I'm just like that, but yeah, we know Samantha and John is some of the greatest people you'll ever. Like I said, we owe personally. I could sit here and talk about John. You tell me to shut up. He just he has been so. I'm sure Larry would say the same thing. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, he's just been so helpful to me and Larry and Edward, and he's been our leaning pole for several years now. Anytime we need something figured out, we go to John, and he helps us out there. But
yeah.
can't keep
Yeah.
saying enough
He's
about
always
him.
hyping you
Yeah.
up and always giving good words on you guys and all you do.
Well, we should be giving the good words to him. I mean, I always say I learned
exactly.
from the best, and
Yeah.
he was an excellent teacher. Even a couple years back, I even tried to mock him on like a little best dress deal. You can't outdress John
Cannot
Norton.
No,
outdo
you can't
John.
top that.
That's
No,
yeah,
no.
that's a
No.
When the suits come out, forget about it. The suit, the
Yeah.
hair, forget about it. I don't have the hair. I mean, Edward's got the hair. Larry's got some pretty good hair, but not me. I don't have the hair. But
Yeah.
but yeah. Well, hopefully we're there tomorrow night. It's going to be our first. I guess our first time actually awarding a player of the game, and it's a big thank you to Bryant Family Medicine and sponsoring that. And folks, that stuff ain't cheap. And a big thank you for Bryant, Family Medicine, because I couldn't have pulled it out of my pocket or anything. And I just think it adds an extra element. And I know, like you for sure, Cameron, you just want to win. Like you said, I got MVP last year. I didn't even know I had it. I was more worried about
I
tackling
didn't.
John. Yeah, you was more worried about tackling John over there, But yeah, but now that would have been pretty fun. If I was there, I'd probably tackled him with you. I mean,
Yeah.
but he'd have kicked me off of him. I weigh too much. But thank you for coming on, and thank you for giving us your time. And again, good luck to you personally. Your next chapter on. Good luck to you. The rest of this season, and just been watching you now for a couple years, and I drive a school bus. I'm not going to say I remember you when you was like this, but I've seen you grow up into the young woman that you are, and just I'm sure that your family and the Pommel family, that I'm sure they all love you. Could not be no more prouder of what you've not only accomplished on the courts, the fields, or whatever basketball courts, but what you did for. You're gonna leave a legacy more than you'll probably ever know at this moment, and just keep on keeping on, and good luck with everything.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you all having me.
Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a great interview. Great. What else can you say?
Yeah. Awesome interview, man.
Yeah, we're just we got the easy job, Larry. We get to sit here and and when I look at these student athletes, and I know how I was at that age. They're light years above me.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
me too.
yeah, they've got this stuff figured out already, and
Hmm.
I still don't have it figured out.
No,
But
that's
I'm
me.
just they're light years above us, and just two great guests tonight, Autumn and Cameron, and these are two young female athletes. It's just absolutely sky's the limit, yeah. And just you see these you start covering them year in year out. You start
Hmm.
you, it's sort of you hate to see them go. You develop relationships with them,
Right.
and it's just same way with my school bus. I'm gonna be graduating several seniors this year, and you just hate to see them go. Um, that being said, I'm excited about this player of the game stuff, Larry.
It's
I
great.
just think it'd be something to it just adds a little bit extra element. And I know if when I was going to school, I'd have loved to I got something like that give to me, and just
Hmm.
anything else we could do to just try and add an extra element to it. And we wish that we could give a player the game to every team, every game,
Sure.
all that stuff. But we'll be doing it on games that we get out to and stuff like that. And hopefully, as it progresses, that we're able to get more and more of them as we go. But only God has a plan for that. But
Yeah.
uh, Edward, I want to ask you. We also know you do a show, and I don't know if you have hammered down your plans yet for it, or do you have anything that you could tell us about any future plans on what you're doing at this point?
As of right now, I plan on launching it not this week, but the following week. And mine's more of a statewide show, which will be covering soccer, volleyball, and football. So I mean, you never know who might be on the show is the best part about it. And but again, it's all about promoting the student athletes, regardless what region they're in, what district they're in. I mean, even during softball and baseball, you seen I brought on some players from Tennessee. I mean,
Yeah.
even what state you're in. I mean, it's still all about promoting the student athletes to the best of our ability. That's what it's about.
Larry, of course, we know what you do. And again, a
Mhm.
big thank you to you for giving us your time tonight. We know you've got a busy
Yeah.
schedule too, and love when you have us when when you come on this show because you help us more than you'll ever know because
Uh,
you've got a lot of experience under your belt and you sort of help us out a little bit more smarter.
Well, I sure appreciate it, guys. And I'm just always glad to be on with you. You know, when I get a chance, my schedule is busy, uh, but but I love you guys, man. Got to work with you guys for a few years now, man, and just love you guys and love what you do. Glad to be a part of it when I get a chance to be a part of it. But yeah, I got shout out Mountain Advocate, where I cover sports for Knox County, and love doing there too, man. It's just a great opportunity. But whenever I get a chance to be on with you guys, man, it's a blessing. So thank you for having me.
Any plans of it this next week, or are you still working on what you are going to be doing the next few weeks, or anything like that? Or
At the paper, let's see. Well, I kind of got my schedule set out, so I'll be doing a few games a week. Being out
yeah,
covering. I think I'm doing a Knox Central soccer game, girls soccer game tomorrow. Going to be at Lynn Camp on Tuesday for volleyball, and then we'll kind of take it from there. I know I have a photo shoot with a Barberville soccer team for team photos and stuff like that
yeah,
later on this week. So plenty on the plate to do. Going to be at all kinds of games. I'll be covering because I know Pineville's going to be coming to Knox County for some volleyball this season. I'll definitely be there for that because you can't miss those games. And
yeah,
so just
absolutely.
very excited about the season. Excited for football season as well because see what Knox Central's going to do with Wayne Mills coming back to the fold, and see what Coach Hendricks is going to do down here at Lynn Camp, and see how they improve this year. I'm excited about that. So lots going on here in Knox County, and can't wait to get to cover it.
Well, you sent me a picture. We'll close the show here in a few minutes, but you sent me
Mhm.
a picture, and maybe you could educate me on this. It was a
Mhm.
Lincoln Middle School football team, and it looked like
Yes.
they had it didn't look like the norm
No,
Lincoln
let me
team.
let me
They got some players.
Let me tell you, Lynn Camp has a strong pipeline coming up. Coach Richard Sapkus, he's head coach in the middle school program, as well as he started the wrestling program last year and was very successful in his first year with that. Coach Sapkus, he's a really good guy, man, and what he's
Yep.
doing is really quite phenomenal. They have 49 players in their middle school team.
49.
They got it broke up into two teams: a fifth and sixth grade team, and the seventh and eighth grade team. 49 players overall, which is huge for them, man. I'm very excited for their future.
Is that? I mean, I would not be able to answer this. Could that be
Mhm.
like one of the biggest middle school teams that they've had as far as numbers, or that
Oh
just looks
yeah,
like
I
a
would
lot of
imagine
players,
so.
a lot of
Yes,
players.
yeah, I would say so. They're really working.
And the one thing when you
And
think I think you might cut out a little
is
bit.
it's yeah, I cut out for a second. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
But yeah, but it's really exciting because they're I mean, as far as I know, that's as big a roster as I've ever known them to have. So it's very exciting for them what they got building up for their future.
yeah. I mean, when you talk about Lynn Camp football, you always like, you know, if they
Hmm.
would get a few more players, watch out. That was always Lynn Camp. They need
Yeah,
some players. They need some numbers, and then you see that picture, and go, wow, that you,
yeah,
that don't even look like a single A school. You're looking at
hmm
4A, 5A top size right there, and
yeah.
yeah, that wow, well, how the future is wide open for Lynn Camp right now, and
It really
just
is.
go look at that picture if you don't believe us.
Yeah, and they started back in the summer. They started their flag football program and had a huge turnout for that, and they're kind of building off of that. And they have some talent too. I mean, they got
Yeah,
some kids that can play. So there's something definitely to, and they won their first game this past week. So that's definitely a program to keep an eye on.
absolutely. Uh, Edward, you got any more final thoughts or anything before we close the show up, or anything I've missed that you might need to correct me on? Or
No, I mean, I'm going to leave you with some words of wisdom, then a quote. The words of wisdom is something I've been saying for, I don't know, months now. It's different saying that you know cover cover the student athletes and promote them when you do it from the comfort of your house, but actually doing it, getting out and seeing them put their heart and soul, regardless if it's on a basketball court, football field, soccer field, volleyball, baseball, no matter what sport it is, when you get out there and see them pouring their heart and soul and all the hard work they put into it, it's different. It grows
Yeah.
on you. It makes you want to support and promote on a whole nother level. And as you can see, we trying to take it to another level this season. And
Mm-hmm.
then, who knows what the future seasons hold. But, that's my words of wisdom. Get out and watch them. Get out and watch them. And I promise you, there will be some sport or all sports you will fall in love with. Just get out there and watch them. And
Yeah.
hopefully I
These
don't
kids
butcher
will.
this guy's. Go ahead, Larry.
No, I was just gonna say these kids work really hard, and you get out here and you cover them, and you get to know them a little bit, and I'm really proud of the student athletes that we have around here.
Well, Robert, I'm glad to be back. Those few months of dead time, it was hard to contain myself. I didn't know what I was doing. And looking forward to seeing you real soon too. But hopefully I don't butcher this guy's name. If I do, maybe one of y'all can correct me. But when there's effort, attitude, and desire, nothing is impossible. Lionel Messi or something like that, the soccer
Yes, the
player.
soccer player.
yeah,
Yeah,
you got the
yeah,
last name right.
that's
I
him.
don't know about the first. Messi. I know it's Messi.
I just I just guessed. I was hoping that's right.
That you did good.
Uh, Big shout out to Pineville Volleyball right here. Thank you guys for having Cam on that senior class. It sure left a legacy on the program. We are thankful for it. I believe, and hopefully, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, 5 seniors on that team absolutely will leave a legacy for Pineville Volleyball. But that legacy, what they did, they've laid a foundation for that next group to come up. Pablo ain't one hit wonder, folks. They're here. They're
Mm-mm.
here to stay. They're going to be. They're like Jason Voorhees or something like that. You think you got
He's
them
coming
left
back.
or yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back. Pablo's going to come back
He's
every
coming back.
year. That
Yeah.
foundation is solid. That fan base down there, it's a family. Samantha and John, they know what they're doing down there. Don't definitely, you hate to see the 5 seniors leave, and they all 5 of them seniors should leave with heads up because they've laid that foundation and that's solid, and the future's bright for that program. Robert Daniels, love him to death, and cannot say enough about him and what he's did. For his part for the just not only just for softball, whatever you want to call it, but just for the town itself. And what
Hmm.
you know what when you think of a Robert Daniels, everybody loves him. Everybody loves him. You cannot get a bad word at all. And it's a respect that he said it the right way. Can I use that term, blue collared? He's a blue collared guy, and you gotta like that. And he said, "I'm gonna get your boys in the Ville a lot this year. John North and Samantha North. It's doing big things in the Ville, absolutely. I'm still trying to get adjusted to the Ville, Robert, because every time I think of the Ville, I think of Louisville. So, but
Mm.
I'll get this in my head a little bit to start. Yeah, it's but I'll get it. I'll get on board. But just thank you. Thank you to all the viewers. Still good numbers right now. Thank you to all the viewers tonight. First show. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Edward. Me and Edward argues every day on the phone about something. We was arguing today, this morning about something, arguing this evening about something. You might even see me and Edward from Pineville High School one of these days throwing down about something. But the one thing about it is we'll get out of our system. We're going out to eat 5 minutes later. It's just, but Edward, but Edward wants to do well for the student athlete. I want to. Larry wants to. It just sometimes it takes a conversation or two to get it on track on where we need to go, and we're all in it for one goal, and that's to promote these student athletes to do it the right way.
Yeah.
But just so you know, Larry, even after all the arguing's over and done with, he calls me back and says, "You know what? Your ideal was right. Your ideal was the best." I mean, it never fails.
As he said, and now we got Mark just jealous because Edward's a better shooter than him and Larry.
I can't argue that. Can't argue that.
Robert's not seen the sky hook. He's not seen the sky hook. Yeah. Once I get that going,
I'm an assist machine. Oh shoot.
But that being said, love you all, love all the comments and stuff. But I want to leave you all with this. All dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. From all of us at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media, good night and God bless.